Before using vinegar for Feng Shui, see what many people say is wrong. Before using vinegar in your home for Feng Shui, pause for a moment. Because vinegar is not a universal purifier, and using it incorrectly or in the wrong place can silently block the flow you are trying to improve. Much is said about how to use vinegar, but almost no one explains when, where, or why it actually works. And it is precisely this lack of understanding that begins to hinder the results. Have you ever cleaned your home and yet something still felt heavy? Not dirty, not cluttered, just stuck. Money feels slow. Decisions feel harder. It's because most people use cleansing tools without understanding what they actually do. Today, we're going to talk about vinegar, not as internet folklore, not as a magic spray, but through real, classical Feng Shui. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why vinegar works sometimes and completely backfires other times. Stay with me, because this one detail quietly determines whether Feng Shui helps you or creates resistance instead. Part 1. There is no magic in real Feng Shui. Let's clear something up right away. In traditional Feng Shui, there is no magic. There is qi, form, direction, elemental interaction. That's it. Masters like Guo Pu never taught shortcuts. They taught alignment. So when people say vinegar clears negative energy everywhere, that's already a red flag. Because in real Feng Shui, nothing works everywhere, and vinegar is no exception. Part 2. What vinegar really is. The 5 elements explained simply. Vinegar isn't mystical, it's elemental. In the 5 element system, vinegar originates from grain or fruit, wood element. Its sour taste confirms it, wood element. Its action is to break, cut, and initiate movement. Here's the key principle. Wood controls earth, and earth energy, when stagnant, shows up as clutter that never fully resolves, overthinking, worry, heaviness, spaces that feel dense even when clean, and money that comes in but doesn't stay. So vinegar doesn't erase energy. It forces movement where earth energy has become too heavy, just like roots breaking soil so something new can grow. Part 3. Why vinegar is not a universal remedy. This is where most videos get it wrong. They treat vinegar like a spiritual disinfectant, but Guo Pu warned clearly, a remedy without diagnosis becomes imbalance. In Feng Shui, wrong element, wrong location, wrong timing can create more blockage, not less. So let's talk about where vinegar actually belongs. Part 4. The first place vinegar works, the center. The center of the home is earth. It governs stability, health, and financial grounding. If the center is cluttered, dark, or ignored, everything feels off. Correct use. Physical cleaning first. A small bowl of vinegar placed temporarily, 3 to 7 days, then removed. Why temporary? Because vinegar initiates movement. It's not meant to stay. This is symbolic and behavioral. Movement follows action. Part 5. The kitchen and money flow. The kitchen is ruled by fire. The stove represents income, nourishment, continuity. In the productive cycle, wood feeds fire. That's why vinegar works here, but only if the kitchen is already clean. Grease is damp earth. Vinegar breaks it down. But here's the rule people ignore. Vinegar never replaces order. It only supports what's already functional. Traditional application. To enhance the qi of nourishment, a clean bottle of vinegar can be stored neatly in the kitchen, preferably on the east, wood, or south side of the space. Its presence reinforces the wood-fire generative cycle. Crucially, it must be part of an impeccably clean and functional kitchen. The modern idea of wiping the stove with vinegar has a practical purpose. It cleans grease, a damp, dirty earth manifestation, and its wood element property helps correct the sooty residue that dampens fire.
Part 6. The East and New Beginnings. The East is naturally wood. Here, vinegar isn't used to cleanse, it's used to reinforce momentum. Placed in a ceramic container, earth, it creates a stabilizing cycle. Wood to earth to grounded growth. This supports planning, projects, forward movement.
Part 7. Where vinegar should never be used. This part matters. X, west and northwest. Metal cuts wood. Never in the west or northwest. These are metal sector directions. In the controlling cycle, metal chops wood. Using a wood element remedy, vinegar, here, weakens it and can provoke an elemental conflict, potentially harming helpful metal chi associated with helpful people and travel. X, bathrooms, as a permanent remedy. Bathrooms already drain chi. Never in the bathroom as a permanent fixture. The bathroom is a water-dominant space. In the productive cycle, wood drains water, as trees absorb water. Placing vinegar here could symbolically weaken the already draining nature of the bathroom. The correct feng shui for a bathroom is containment via earth, ceramics, stones, and metal, white, metallic colors, not wood. Bathrooms need containment, not stimulation. This is where many people unknowingly block prosperity.
Part 8. The real reason vinegar doesn't work. Here's the truth. The power was never vinegar. The power is diagnosis, physical correction, elemental harmony. Vinegar is a signal, not a solution. Without order, clarity, and intention, it does nothing. With them, it becomes precise and effective. Part 9. Why cleaning comes first, the non-negotiable step. In Feng Shui, Qi responds to usefulness, integrity, and vitality. Broken, dirty, or unused objects anchor stagnant earth energy. Cleaning is not aesthetic, it's behavioral reprogramming. That's why cleansing always comes before activation.
Final message. Authentic Feng Shui is not a hack, it's alignment. Vinegar doesn't chase results, it restores movement where movement is appropriate. Vinegar is not a psychic eraser, it is a humble representative of the wood element. Use it with understanding, not desperation, with placement, not superstition, with clarity, not excess. That is classical Feng Shui. That is the legacy of Guo Pu. True transformation comes from understanding the nature of things and placing them in accordance with the flow of heaven and earth. If this perspective helped you, subscribe to the channel. More clarity is coming.